President Biden will roll out new restrictions for asylum seekers later on today as tensions escalate at the borders. Under the new rules, people who cross the border illegally will be banned from entering the U.S. for 5 years and could face felony charges. It replaces Title 42, a pandemic-era policy that expires at midnight. Manuel Bojorquez is in El Paso. Manny, good morning.
Good morning to you. Authorities have been surveying the streets of El Paso, and Border Patrol agents have been urging migrants to turn themselves in to Border Patrol processing centers. You can see many are sleeping in encampments like this, and there are fears about what's to come.
The crackdown in downtown El Paso has already begun. Law enforcement and city officials have been clearing out street encampments where thousands of migrant men, women, and children have had to sleep for days, as nearby shelters like the Sacred Heart Church remain at capacity.
I
can't go back to where I came from because I could kill my son.
Gregorio Felipe fled Guatemala with his 5-year-old son Isidro. He said he was being extorted and was told if he didn't pay the money, they would kill him and his son. He had to leave his 3 other kids and wife behind. Border Patrol handed out flyers like this, urging migrants to check in at border processing centers or face arrest and other penalties.
They told us they were going to give us legal documents.
Many, like 23-year-old Aidele Gonzalez from Venezuela, heeded the warning and stood in line. She told us she was kidnapped by cartel members at the U.S.-Mexico border and held for 5 days.
It's going to be chaotic for a while.
While the Biden administration has been planning for the end of Title 42, states along the border bracing for a sudden increase in border crossings are taking action. Republican Texas Governor Greg Abbott sent nearly 600 more National Guard troops to beef up the border. And in Arizona, Democratic Governor Katie Hobbs is sending millions of dollars to the southern border to support operations. Back here in El Paso, officials who are already struggling to house migrants in shelters are dealing with an influx of uncertainty.
And I'm scared just because of the sheer number of people that could potentially be involved.
Later this morning, the head of the Department of Homeland Security is set to inform the public about the Biden administration's new policies, including those asylum restrictions the ACLU already says will be challenged in federal court. Anne-Marie?
Well, Manny, Title 42 is going away, but it certainly seems like this new asylum policy, I mean, it's pretty tough, too. Under Title 42, if you were deported and came back, there really wasn't a penalty for kind of coming back over and over again, but it's a significant penalty under this new asylum policy.
That's right. So the Biden administration, the shift seems to be in enforcement, in trying to deter illegal crossings into the country. They have also said that they have extended additional legal avenues for people who are seeking asylum in the United States. And they're going to set up processing centers in Latin America. That's the plan, where people can apply for asylum there. So they're trying to prevent people from coming to the border and illegally crossing, or at least presenting themselves to ports of entry, which some have done as they seek asylum as well.
Somebody enjoying the national anthem in the wee hours of the morning there behind you, Manny.
That's right.
Yeah. So the ACLU, as you mentioned, already plans to file a lawsuit. What are the biggest concerns?
I think for the ACLU, they look at this as limiting asylum access to the United States as a violation of international law, but they're also looking at, for example, if these migrants have to claim asylum in Mexico, as you know, and we're hearing from migrants themselves that the situation in Mexico isn't really any better for them. They're extorted. There are cartels and smugglers that are giving them misinformation. There are kidnappings, as you heard in the piece. So that's another of the concerns that the ACLU will have when it comes to the new Biden policies, which again will be addressed later today.
And of course, you are in El Paso. We heard that there was going to be, a crackdown, particularly in El Paso, on migrants that are here in this country illegally. What can you tell us? What have you been seeing? What does this crackdown look like?
Well, so far, it's been rather peaceful, amicable, if you will, with agents doing nothing more than coming around, surveying, asking people if they have the right documents, for example, after being processed by those Border Patrol processing centers. And they're handing out those flyers basically saying, look, if you want to stay in the country and seek asylum, you have to do it the right way. Otherwise, you will be deported or arrested. We haven't seen anything as far as any scuffles or anything like that. The shelters here are working really hard to ensure that things remain peaceful. And the Customs and Border Protection statement that was out yesterday about the operation referenced that they wouldn't necessarily be going to shelters or churches and doing those operations, really just focusing on the streets.
So I just got to ask you about the music, because it is very early in the morning to be playing music quite that loud. I see kind of the encampment behind you. Do you know who's playing the music and if they're doing it sort of deliberately?
This is someone who is not really part of this encampment or the church behind us, I believe, someone who may be trying to heckle us, actually, but we'll continue to report despite that.
I know you will, Manny, because you're a professional. Thank you very much.
Thank you.